Greetings, my friend. Matt Schifferly back again with another video to help you be fit and live free. Today we're looking at clarification over a lot of the message that I give because, as you know, if you followed any of my books and programs and stuff, you know that I'm a big believer in the idea of having a compass needle rather than turn-by-turn directions when it comes to helping you get what you want. Because even though a lot of times it would be very easy for me to just say, okay, you have to do exactly this many reps and these many sets and exactly this program and this many grams of protein and stuff. Most of the time, that's just going to be based on blatant assumptions, correlations, and random guesswork. Because we're all different and we're all facing different circumstances on a case-by-case basis. So what you need to do in your push-up workout today may be a little bit different than what you need to do in a few days from now, depending on fatigue, energy level, focus, technique, changing goals, and 100 other influences. Which is why I like to give general directions on this is where you're headed, and then you want to basically pursue that objective however you can, but also listening to your body and doing what your body is giving you feedback off of. So this whole listen to your body thing, mindfulness and stuff, may sound a little bit, woo-woo and turn a lot of people off. But the fact of the matter is, listening to the body is what we almost always do outside of our workouts anyway. It's nothing like mystical or crazy or anything like that. I mean, you just live in your normal life and you're like, oh, gotta take a piss, and you go to the bathroom. Oh, I'm really tired, I go to sleep. We do this for most everything with our body, and yet when it comes to our diet and exercise habits, it's sometimes a little bit hard to so-called listen to our body, largely because so many of the messages in our fitness culture have taught us to ignore a lot of these signals. It's not a question of listening to our body, because if we're ignoring things like pain, fatigue, hunger, loss of motivation, the body naturally just keeps stepping up those signals and starts whispering and saying, hey, you're kind of lacking in this. You might need to make these changes, until it's shouting at you, saying basically, I need you to make these changes. And that's when the stress on mind, body, and lifestyle is becoming so difficult to bear. And a lot of times that stress just builds up until we, quote, give in, and then we feel like, oh, I did something wrong. Meanwhile, your body's like, thank you. You finally listened to the thing that I need. And at that point, you're not giving in. You're actually doing what needs to be done to achieve that objective even more. The big real issue isn't so much that we're not listening to our body, because lots of time we are. It's respecting the body and whether or not we're willing to do that. Because again, a lot of signals in our fitness culture tell us that we're supposed to ignore, discomfort and pain. We're supposed to ignore, especially when it comes to diet, like, oh, you're really hungry. Oh, you've got these cravings. Oh, you feel like you want this thing. Fighting your body is the way to go about it. And yes, there are definitely times and places where that is applicable, but not usually. And believe it or not, yes, going after what you want and saying, I'm hungry, I want food, is 9 times out of 10 the best course of action, despite a lot of the messages in our fitness culture telling us otherwise. But again, a lot of this stems from not having a clear objective of what you're actually trying to accomplish with your diet and exercise habits. If you don't know what those clear objectives are of what you're trying to achieve in your workout, then we fall prey into, well, how many sets exactly am I supposed to do? How many reps? What is the plan that's supposed to lead me step by step, lead me by the hand? Because I don't know what I'm doing, so someone else or something else needs to be in charge. And you also get a lot of those signals saying, yeah, but you'd better not trust yourself. Don't put yourself in charge. Don't feel like you can take care of yourself, because obviously if you just take your hands off the reins and don't obey the system in a very faithful, dogmatic way, then you're just going to eat nothing but junk food and sit on the couch all day. But really, would you do that? When people are like, okay, so I do whatever I want, so I'm just going to eat pints of Ben & Jerry's every single day, right? Because that's exactly what I used to do. It's like, yeah, but what do you truly want? It's like, well, I want to feel good, and I want to maybe lose a little weight, and I want six-pack abs. It's like, okay, so will eating Ben & Jerry's every day help you get that? And it's like, well, probably not. Okay, then do you really want to eat Ben & Jerry's every day? No, I guess not. No, it's like, well, then there's your answer. And this is why Actually respecting ourselves and truly listening to ourselves with respect to that objective can be so empowering, is because it radically reduces a lot of that stress on mind, body, and lifestyle that comes with fighting our body. Because no, that stress doesn't come from staying on the straight and narrow. It comes from fighting ourselves. It comes from not allowing our body to talk to us and give ourselves what we really need, because ultimately, remember that this whole fitness thing isn't supposed to be a struggle. Especially when it comes to diet, it's not supposed to be the hardest thing that you're facing every day. Being able to eat well should actually be one of the easiest things within our fitness culture. And yet, because we're fighting ourselves, because we're not respecting ourselves, because we're not actually clear on what we want, or giving ourselves permission to say you deserve to be happy and healthy and to be enjoying the fruits of your labor. No, you're supposed to fight yourself. You're supposed to mistrust yourself. You're supposed to disrespect yourself, especially if you're coming from an emotional negative place of trying to fix my body and all that. Then it's no wonder we've got all this type of stress and we don't trust ourselves. So I know it can take a lot of courage to feel like I'm going to have faith in the fact that my body's telling me something that I actually need, and you get clear on, no, I deserve to feel good. I deserve to be stronger. I deserve to get what I want. When these things are in alignment, then you radically reduce not only the stress on your systems, but you also have a much easier, faster, and clearer path to getting what you actually want. So thank you very much for watching, my friend. Many more resources, reddeltaproject.com, and best of luck in your workouts this week. Be fit and live free.